These guys are giving their all out there. It's really on the brink of boiling over.
Cornelius on yellow already, remember. So let's see if the substitutions benefit one side or the other. Whose subs can make the bigger difference?
Game's not had a lot of flow though, has it really? It's been very stop-start. A lot of stoppages in play, and I think there's a red card there. The coach, the assistant coach on the side, somebody said. You can see the signal there from Philip Dujic. He's got to leave the technical area. Up the tunnel he goes. Crowd enjoying that moment.
Over the head of its intended target, Chouanier tried to send it forward.
I'm just going to say, Blake, I think making the game scrappy's been a benefit for Canada, but it's not been a great watch, particularly in the second half for a neutral.
Tugged down on Chouanier there. There was a water bottle thrown, apparently. That was the infraction.
And we see it. It is there. He's thrown to the ground and smashes in. Overreaction from the Côte d'Ivoire bench.
And that one was not kept in by Ahmed.
A tired pass from Derek Cornelius, trying to wrap it into Ali Ahmed's feet and just got underneath it. Looks like another cap coming for Luc de Fougerolles down there. Coming out in the game shortly.
Anakubi is down in a heap of pain. And was it Kessie again? World of hurt for Anakubi. Not a good sign for Canada. Gosh, you don't like to see that.
I think it's a kick. He's holding his shin. We'll see it here. Oh, nothing. Nobody near him. Twist of the ankle, maybe. Goes right down. Pulls onto his right ankle. Hopefully he's okay. His reaction tells us that it's a sore one, and a player who's just had terrible luck through injury in recent years, especially this season after starting it so well in MLS and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Canada holds its breath as we see Anakubi getting the treatment on the field.
De Fougerolles makes his way to the scorer's table. It's not exactly like for like, though, is it, if that's the defender on for Sam Anakubi?
It's not.
But that will be the substitution. Don't know that this feels like a three at the back scenario, though, does it, Stephen, with the pressure that they're under right now?
I mean, de Fougerolles was getting ready to come on. I'm not sure if it was for Anakubi. Can't put any weight on that ankle. This is a worrying sight for Sam Anakubi. Hate to see it. He's in a lot of pain. Just nobody near him. Twists on the turf. Can't believe it. A guy that's had so much bad luck seems to have had another poor twist of fate here tonight.
I wonder if that's part of the emotion he's feeling right now, is just cannot catch a break. No more than 3-4 weeks in full health, it feels like.
So regroup here, yeah, they're reorganising. De Fougerolles got the tactics, the plan. I don't know what he's trying to say, but it doesn't appear that it's a straight swap at left back. Maybe it is. Fougerolles is in that left-hand side at the moment. See if someone's coming out to cover him.
So quickly we enter the 84th minute, but there will be a lot of time added here. And a hard tackle right off the get-go from de Fougerolles. will put him in good stead with teammates and fans.
Doesn't hold back, this lad, does he? Commits to everything that he does. Great tackle to start the game in an unusual position, but you can see his energy out there. He's delighted to be representing his country.
What a battle. So physical there. Latte Lat and Derek Cornelius shoulder to shoulder. And this is at midfield.
It's the timing of that Diffuser-Rolls tackle. Perfection.
Wild swing from Singo. Sends it back to his keeper. Kasunu. Walks the ball up here. Another minute off the clock into the 85th. Akpa down that left-hand side. Defended just outside the box. And another foul in the corner, says Filip Dujic. No, he says just out. And it has to be very clear and obvious here for Filip Dujic at this point. Like he's the Kona wanted to call on that one. Little push from Tajon Buchanan. Jonathan David. St. Clair to Cornelius. The Fougerolles pushed to ground, and that one does get called. So it is stop and start right now. Every inch is battled over. The Fougerolles stepping up, tapping that ahead. Olawashi held up though. And now some slap and pushing and shoving.
Guess who it is? Wilfried Singo again. Canada boys not happy with Singo.
He's got a big grin.
Really wound him up all night, isn't he? Kasunu's played well, Blake. He's solid. Plays his football in Atalanta and high level. You can see he's just a quality player, athletic, reads the play, always in the right spot. Olawashi with a little bit of space here, trying to take him down the side, and he read it really well, timed his tackle.
Now it is a draw, and past regulation, of course, Canada will clinch this Canadian Shield. They will still go through the exercise for the purposes of final standings and such, the straight to penalties. They are going to go to penalties regardless, even though the matter will be settled already. This one is grinding to an end.
It's a tough watch at the minute. It's really slow. Players look tired on both sides. It's a little bit of time to go. I don't know what will be added on. I guess 5 or 6 minutes, so we might have 8 or 9 to go, but I don't foresee a goal here. It's been tough all night. Is there a moment of quality?
Buchanan! Well off the mark from Tajon. We're writing him off given the weekend he had.
I'd rather see him take the space there in front of him, drive at the defender, use his pace and dribbling quality to go and try and take it through. It's very speculative, no backlift or momentum. Trying to score for 30 yards would be quite sensational.
6 minutes of added time coming. I wouldn't have been surprised if that number was bigger, so we're getting there. Akpa. Up to the middle. Little grab, and that one will get called. And Seager. Coast finish off their substitutions shortly. Again, 6 allowed here in this Canadian Shield. Maybe with an eye towards penalties, we'll see. Boga stripped by Defougerol, and another barge in the back. Guess who it is? Singo. And there's the accumulation and a yellow for Singo.
It's also been coming for a long time for Singo. A tough game this for Philip Jurich to referee. I don't know if there's too much in that, but it's just an accumulation as he points out. But yeah, it's not been an easy one. It's been really chippy for so-called friendly. I know there's a cup at stake, but I don't expect to see it as aggressive as this.
Shea nearly able to come out of the corner there. Runs into Akpa. Osuna back to his keeper in the 90th minute here at BMO Field. Osuna holding up. And it is 6 minutes of stoppage time. Akpa just holding, standing still with the wall of red in front of him. Not a full press from Canada right now, though. Just the mid-block. Singo runs into the Defougerol, and this time the Canadian defender fingered for the foul. Jesse Marsh was A-OK with that. He was applauding his defender. Akpa wondering what to do as he runs into some Canadian bodies. Segur did well to spin off that. Canada can't make that pass through the block of Cote d'Ivoire now. And Defougerol a little late on his pass. Chouanier can only muster that collision.
Good effort, that last pass though from Cornelius. He saw David's run, he just span and went in behind. It's not an easy one through all the bodies, couldn't quite connect it, but I like the idea.
And here comes the final substitution. Dingra, he's run miles in this one.
Yeah, he's been quiet for 10-15 minutes, isn't he? It's always never got to him because it's just been so slow and stop-start and foul after foul. Just fell out the game, off the field. I wonder what's going on here, what change has been made. I think Nzogbe's went into right back, and Singo, man in the actions, went out a bit higher to right midfield, right wing.
Nzogbe with his first touch. Akpa in the middle now. Osuna. Kabame. So that into the middle for Kessie, and he retreats once more as well. A couple of minutes into this stoppage time. Again, straight to penalties in the event of a draw that would clinch Canada this inaugural Canadian Shield. Wide for Zogbe, but Defougerol steps up, heads it the other way. A little bit of a press there from Ahmed, forcing it back to the keeper. Kessie tries the left side now. Chouanier has to get on his horse. Waterman trying to hold his ground at the edge of the box, and from distance it's off the mark.
Good run, Conan. Half the length of the field. Just looking in the box, trying to see if there's an option to square it, cross it in the middle, but went for a more dramatic shot at goal. It would have been something special to beat Dane Sinclair from there. If you look to assess Cote d'Ivoire, they've got a lot of really good players, but over the course of the 2 games, they've really missed that killer touch, that real moment of quality. The top end of the field, that's been really apparent that even with all the attacking players that they have, they're just not quite fluid when they get into last third.
John Buchanan going to work some of that weekend magic, and there's a clear hold there. And I don't know how that one could be argued. So a free kick here for Canada in the back half of stoppage time. And this is the difference for Canada as we see them now. One play with their scoring ability. Now, we haven't seen that finishing here tonight, but we know it's there, and Jonathan David is on that pitch now. They need one chance.
Yeah, I think they've been good from set plays, Blake. New coach Nicolas Gagnon, former Southampton man, set piece coach, just came in. You can see the work that he's been doing with them on the training ground. Can they get one last chance? Can they sneak this thing in regulation time before it goes to penalty kicks? Just put a cherry on top.
Jonathan David parked well outside the area. So is it going to be played out wide for him from distance or into the box? We'll see. There it comes from Chaudier. Looking at the post, Cornelius. And it was going to be offside.
No, I think they're signaling a goal kick.
Just a goal kick, okay.
Yeah, he thinks it's a corner because he gets across the front. Does he get someone on it or does he miss it? But it looks like a corner. It's Conan who puts it out. Missed by the officials. Buchanan on the attack now.
Buchanan with the steal from the wide position. And towards the byline. And one unable to stand his ground a little bit, from the ground no less. Well defended by Segura to prevent the dart down that touchline. We are just about at 6 minutes. Boga tries to chip that ahead to himself, stolen back for Canada. Is this the last bit of build-up here? Buchanan looking for Jonathan David. Pass is picked off and a barge over the back by David. Halts play once more. Côte d'Ivoire. Errant pass. Tracked down by Kusunu, and that is it. A draw through 90 minutes here at BMO Field. It means Canada has indeed won this Canadian Shield, but we are headed to penalties to find a winner in the match.
Yeah, not quite knockout stage of World Cup, but not a bad experience, Blake, to go through penalty kicks. A difficult second half to watch, wasn't it? It was too competitive throughout. 41 fouls in the match, too many. And the game never got any flow. That actually helped Canada in the second half. First half, Côte d'Ivoire were easily the better side, but didn't create too many chances. The second half, can't remember too much action at all, especially in the last 25 minutes or so. Any action in either box. It was a tough one, but a competitive one, and a good game to go through. A side that matched Canada with athleticism. I thought they had a wee bit more quality on the night, but some of the guys out there in the red of Canada will feel better for the experience. A few yellow cards. There's one for Adekubi, and a few little skirmishes throughout. Kessie was dominant, aggressive for his team, captaining his side after being on the bench on Saturday against New Zealand.
It's a lot of bruises for a friendly.
That was the best tackle of the game. Luke de Fugero came on as a substitute for Adekubi. He limped off. Worried for him, hope he's okay. Thoughts go out to him. Trying to come back from stop-start season with injuries. Canada grouping now, as are Côte d'Ivoire, to figure out who's taking these penalties. This is good, this, and you don't often get this kind of experience. Usually this happens on the training ground where there's no way you can replicate the intensity of a knockout penalty shootout, but at least this is something. There's, 10, 15,000 fans in here maybe who get to see this, so you'll feel the pressure a little bit as you go up, even though there's not too much at stake, and Canada have already secured the Canadian Shield.
Canada playing in some pressurized penalty kicks, of course, going back to Copa. And a few of the goal scorers are on the pitch and available to Jesse Marsh here. Jonathan David with 2 goals in those 2 shootouts. Chouanier went 1 for 2. Kone scoring versus Uruguay. Both teams in their huddle. Canada looking particularly impassioned. Dane St. Clair and Jesse Marsh with some exuberance.
I think Sinclair will fancy this Blake. He's got a history of being good from penalty shootouts with his club side Minnesota United. This is his moment. He likes the big moments, Sinclair. He likes to shine, and a game where he had very, very little to do. You see him there with a towel around his head. He knows this is big. We talk often about that battle for the starting role at the World Cup between Crépeau and Sinclair. Good friends, but a very healthy competitive rivalry, and Sinclair will know that a couple of saves here will give him some highlights, some profile from the game.
In his MLS play, Dane St. Clair has faced 12 penalty kicks and saved 4 of them. 3 of them were missed with or without his help. 4 outright saves in 12 attempts. We'll see what he can muster. And it's Jonathan David with the first attempt for Canada. Badra Ali Sangara in goal again for Côte d'Ivoire. The 39-year-old veteran against the savvy Jonathan David. And not many people have left BMO Field here wanting to see every bit of this one. Sangare in his club career, 2 PK saves in 12 attempts. Jonathan David stares him down. Makes his motion. Straight in on the right side. And no surprise, Jonathan David able to give Canada a 1-0 lead.
Slow run up, just looking at the goalkeeper, Sangare. Catches a move at his right. Just strokes it into the other side, comfortable. Penalty from David, nerves of steel.
Interesting choice here. Clement Akpa, the defender, to lead off.
Left footer, defender, but stylish and good on the ball. Good striker of football. Sinclair's up to the mind games though here, trying to delay this kick from Akpa. Front of the south side of BMO Field. Voyagers.
Here it comes off the left foot. Oh, right there was Dane St. Clair. Guessed right, and he knows. You can see his facial reaction that close.
Good penalty though, wasn't it? Went the right way. Well, actually not a great penalty. I thought it was more in the corner. It actually is struck well enough that it gets past his arm. I think when Sinclair watches that again, he'll be disappointed. He didn't get an arm onto that and keep it out. It shows that he's dialed in though. He's on it here. Next penalty's Chouanier, a good striker of football as well. Taking penalties certainly for his previous club, CF Montreal.
And scored versus Uruguay at Copa. Circles back, driven and through the keeper. Two on Canada.
It was power that beat Sangare this time. Not too dissimilar to the last one, not enough in the corner this time. Sangare gets more of a hand in it, but again, I'm sure the goalkeeper will be disappointed when he sees it back, feeling like he should have said that. Got away with one there. Mathieu Chouanier.
Each keeper's had one that they think they should have got. And Dane St. Clair make good on this one. Maury Gabate. Late match substitute was Gabate. Trots in and misses. And hit the ball, really, didn't he, Stephen?
Almost missed the ball. One of the worst penalties I've actually ever seen. He must have missed the goal by about 2 or 3 yards. This is an awful penalty from Gabani. Terrible strike of football. No power on it, certainly no direction. Yeah, that's as bad as it comes at this level. Sinclair's delighted, and this penalty is really crucial. Canada's third. Cornelius likes these moments, likes taking penalties. Good striker of the ball. Started his career as a striker at the youth levels. Went back, he's ended up in the centre-back position, but will feel confident over this, and if he can put this away, Canada will be in a very dominant position.
Straight behind the ball to start here for Cornelius. Swings in with his left foot, right down Main Street. And they look very comfortable. 3-1 Canada here.
Good penalty. Loved the run-up, started central and came out to the side. Just gave him that time to assess the situation. Sangaré has been going early every time. Cornelius has recognised that down the middle with enough power that there's no way the keeper can get his legs back towards it.
Canada. A miss or a save here would put Côte d'Ivoire on the brink. The stroke there and slotted home nicely by Jeremy Boga.
Nice penalty. You know, hop, skip and a jump in the corner. Just trying to stand as long as he can, Dane St. Clair. Boga wins the mind game.
And Oluwaseyi. It's the instructions from Dane St. Clair. And he wants to get going. Tanny is on it. Sangaré being told to get back onto his line. And the stop is made by the Ivorian keeper.
Never looked confident. Oluwaseyi looked like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. Just came up to it, was trying to rush things, wasn't he? That's a poor penalty. It's not in the middle, it's to the side, and even although Sangaré goes to the left, he's put it towards that area that he can get back with an arm, make a good save. The advantage that Canada had might just be lost if IvoryCoast's fourth penalty can be converted here. It's Emmanuel Latela, Atlanta United man, MLS player, not had a good start to life in North America. Substitute, he's going to be taking this one, and he's had to go get the ball, which is never a great thing. A lot of thoughts running through his head.
Places it down on the spot. He gets set to try to even this up. Dane St. Clair. Close on that first attempt. He'd love to get this one back for Canada. Latela approaches. And again, guessing right to Dane St. Clair, but he couldn't get it. And we're back level, 3 apiece with a final round to go here.
Wonderful penalty. Quick run up this time. We've seen so many stutter steps that he increased his speed as he got closer to the ball. These mind games between keepers and outfield players is fascinating. That time Latela wins the battle. and puts it right in the corner, high above the outstretched Dane Sinclair.
Trailing right hand of St. Clair came awfully close to a touch. And now the pressure on Koenig. Who scored a big one back at Copa as well.